When you're talking about the past, you're known to say, in your past is information, not your destiny.
Yeah.
How have you seen that to be true?
Well, I've seen it in my own life. I've come from a bit of a difficult past. My father had some issues with alcohol, and I became a bit of a people pleaser. And then when I had this awareness about how I controlled my situation and how I determined the level of happiness that I have in my life, I saw how the past was limiting me. And it's like that for everybody. All we can do is we can just look at it, and we can look at it as information. And to give you a kind of an interesting story is that my father and I were estranged for a long period of time. And he could always be there for me in the bad times because he could help me. And that made him feel really good to be able to help me. It was really hard for him to be there in the good times. I became a chartered accountant, which is now a sort of chartered professional accountant. I had all these awards. It was really hard for him because he had a lot of shame in his life. So we were estranged. And so he passed away, and there's a story around him being there, and he knew that his time was limited, and he was talking to us about how sorry he was about all these things, and we were having these stories and we were laughing. I was with my brother, and I realized that at that moment I lost 20 years with my dad because I couldn't accept him for who he was. And so what I did is I actually wrote a letter to my dad when he was gone, and I told him that I recognized what was going on and the reasons that I had difficulty in relating to him, and who he is for me today has changed. And so what I say, and what a lot of if people might find it hard to understand, but you can actually rewrite your past, because your past is a story. Your past is an interpretation of facts, and those facts can be interpreted many, many other ways. And so I help people, celebrate the parts of their past that they enjoy and they're proud of, and help them overcome those limiting beliefs so that they can actually plan and dream and set new goals for a future that really excites them.